instead of it being a threesome, it's a twosome.
Why? Why would you even say something?
It's like a date, you know? You're sitting on one end, I'm sitting on the other end.
Oh, man.
It's kind of true, is it not? I'm dressed up, you're dressed up, we're ready to
I'd
go.
rather Peas and I be the date.
So I'm the third wheel?
Yeah, exactly.
Am I the front wheel or the side wheel of the trestle?
Anyway, let's go.
Welcome to the Sack Exchange. This is now week 10. We're already here. 10 weeks of long. Well, 9 weeks officially.
We're going into week 10. This is
our-
the 10th podcast.
No, this is our 9th episode, is it not?
Well,
You
I
can't
wasn't
count.
here for 2.
That's true.
So-
Marty was in the Alberta Rockies selling cookies.
Yeah, that's where I was.
So-
You know what's funny is Jordan McLaren came up to me and asked me how my trip was, and he was serious. I'm not even kidding. He actually thought I was in the Rockies.
Concordia's finest right there. All right, let's talk about some of the games here. We'll go with the first one, probably the best game of the week in terms of the excitement. 6+ our upending Monstars, 37-25. Fred Vian, 6 TDs. Rod Mashtub, 4 TDs, 2 INTs. Vian brother had a pretty good game himself as he had 3 TDs and Jadaridi 10 catches. Monstars are 1-2-2 in the last 5 games. What is wrong with this football team? They're losing to teams, barely tying teams, and barely winning games in general.
I don't really know what's up with them, but this is not the time to start losing or falling off the horse because it's playoff time. Step it up. I think it's a Reedy. Ryan had a big impact all season. He's not rushing. He's not playing receiver. Mashtub or whatever you say, Eagle,
Rod Mashtub.
has to figure out other receivers. And I mean, Ryan was hitting 100 yards a game for a couple games there. It's frustrating for a quarterback when you lose your best receiver.
It is, but it's weird because they barely beat lightweighters on the last play when Marco Massiotto was playing for them. So they could easily be 0-3-2 as opposed to 1-2-2 in their last 5 games. I mean, now they're 5-2-2. They're going to be locked in more or less as the 3 seed in their division. And
I think they're going to be locked in as 4 seed. No
4
matter
seed,
what.
yeah.
4 seed no matter
they
what.
probably will play
The 5 seed.
Yeah, which could be the Predators or the or the Bearskins for that matter, or even Brocasian.
It could be
Who knows?
Brocasian too. But
So many variables we have to look at here, but I just think right now it's like they get down the field, they march down the field, and they just can't finish off a drive or two, like the Frank LeBeau syndrome we talked about.
Yeah.
Frank not closing
Or
down
Tony
drives.
Tibet.
Oh yeah, Tony Tibet as well.
Yeah.
And it could hurt them in the playoffs. I mean,
it's going to hurt them. That's for sure.
but it could build their morale. Saying, look, can we close it now in the playoffs as opposed to week 7, 8, 9, and 10?
To be honest with you, I think that the Monsters' only chance right now to even go deep into the playoffs is if Ryan comes back healthy.
And
Even
it's
if
debatable
he's
right now.
even if he's 75%, 80%, he's got to come back. He's
But
got
if he comes back, what do you do with him? Receiver only, no rushing? Or-
exactly. That's what I would do. He's more. Also, depending on who they play, though, if they're playing
Fred
Brocasian, if they're playing Brocasian, you'd need Ryan rushing because of Phil.
So what do? Do you go situational rushes where you go, hey, Ryan, we need you for third and
Third down, third and
fourth and
shorts.
down.
Yeah, for sure. You'd have to do something, but I think he needs to come back no matter what. So Ryan, sack up and get back on that field.
6+ R. Do they have? I was gonna say ice vien, but ice veins. Forget it. Play the word.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Not
cool.
funny again.
Thank you, Eagle.
Adam.
Were you coming back from a McDonald's party wearing your purple shirt?
I actually had
Grimace?
McDonald's cake earlier the week. I swear to God, that's actually true.
We should do like a fashion segment with the Eagle. Red, purple. Anyway, 6+ R ice veins in their. The fact that they
Ice
play
veins
so
in their veins.
Well, no, I was going to say that. So many close games, and they come out on top here. Is this something that you can say, hey, I have more confidence in them going into the playoffs?
Absolutely.
They can win these close ones?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Like I've been saying it all year. A win is a win. Even if you win by 1 point, it doesn't matter. You're pulling it out. You're winning. Whereas in Monstars, can't.
So you say the trending of the arrows is going the opposite direction for both these teams
Exactly. Yes.
right now? I look at...
Show me again.
Opposite
Okay,
directions.
okay.
Yeah, or I can go like this. Or whatever you want.
All right.
I'm just saying right now.
All right.
I think for 6+ R, they're so talented. I think Justin Blanchard makes a big difference for them.
Huge.
You see it on the football field. I mean, I think he's single-handedly has won Fred Vian probably quarterback of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at those stats. Yeah, he's pretty much running away with it. at
Yeah,
this
he
point.
is, and I think for the trending aspect of it, when you see 6+R, and my only question about this team is that to go back winter season 2015, they lost to Ryan Reedy's team in Division 3, I believe it was at the time.
That's just all the more reason for them to smash them if they play them in the playoffs this year.
Well, if they do hit the collision course,
Well, I don't think they will. If Ryan doesn't come back, I see Monstars being ousted in the first round.
so with Aridi, they are
they're
well above
dangerous.
average.
Oh, absolutely.
But without Aridi, they're just average.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hey, you read my mind.
Hey, that's how we do out here.
No.
Dark Stars win another big one over the Preds, 41-34. Fred Morissette, 6 TDs, 1 INT. You look at James Floriani, 5 TDs, 1 INT. Mr. Lapointe had 3 TD catches, fantastic highlight grabs. A 2019 halftime lead. Did the Preds choke away this game?
Was it 28-19?
Yeah,
right?
28-19.
Absolutely choked away this game.
It's a 2-score lead.
Yeah, it's a 2-score lead, and all you need to do is have time management with the ball. Where I could see where Pease's hatred of J-Flow comes along.
Oh, you should have seen the trash talking.
Was it?
It was phenomenal trash talking.
With Pease?
Peasy on the sidelines in the end zone is trash talking James Floriani when he got sacked.
I love it. It doesn't surprise me though. Where is Pease? Can this guy show up?
He's probably celebrating right now. He's probably playing the parade route along Bombardier
He
Boulevard.
actually put a picture of him and his brother on Facebook. It's fantastic.
I didn't see it yet.
It's California Raisins. One of them. When they're how old?
They must have been, what,
7, 8?
7, 5, something like that. Yeah, somewhere in that range. 'Cause I think they're about 2 years apart, right? So somewhere like that.
No,
They're probably twins that were born different.
They're on a
years.
rock, and Duke has his leg up, and Pease is in the background smiling like a nerd. It's great.
They're wearing Beetlejuice pants.
Beetlejuice pants. Oh, it's
Are these
honest-
Zubaz pants?
They're like Memsy Hammer pants.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Parachute pants, man. It is absolutely.
You're not going to give us any examples of the smack talk? Nothing?
Yeah,
PG?
give me something.
Well, for example, John Laristis had a phenomenal game, 2 ways, rushing Floriani. So he sacks Floriani, right? And Floriani gets up, whatever. He's like, okay. And then Laristis gives him the flag. But it goes on the ground, right? And then all you see is Floriani go, ref, you see this? And then Peasy's like, James, you can pick up the flag yourself, man. You're not on the ground anymore. Get up and play football.
that is Peasy trash talk right there.
Peasy's trash talk is just being observational.
yeah. He correlates it to something else.
And he's very what's the word? What's the word when you can speak properly? Because I can't right now.
He articulates well.
Articulates. That's the word. Yeah, he's articulate.
He is a cunning linguist.
Look, I think they choked the game away. For Prez to get 6 points, so whatever they got in the second half, 6 points.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's phenomenal because that means it's 2 weeks in a row that the Dark Stars have held their opponent to 12 points in the second half in total.
It's fantastic. That's the way to close out games. Take notes, Monstars.
You can definitely take notes. So given the roster, the talented roster on the Preds team here, I mean, I think they've underachieved this year.
Yeah, but we've said it since the beginning that they're just
in time.
his hatred of J-Flow as he arrives.
Yeah, well, that's
The trash talker himself arrives,
Here he is.
dancing.
Fucking hurt.
It's just
I came through this on and I was like, nice. This is the week I wore my FPF t-shirt.
you know we're on air, but whatever.
It wouldn't matter. Right? It wouldn't change my behavior.
But like GM said it last week, it's not just Floriani. It's his defense. It's
Team is not good. It's a lot of.
Oh, you can talk to the mic.
can talk
if you
to
want,
the mic.
please.
Sorry.
Say it again.
Welcome, PZ Delarizzi.
How's it going?
Well, your thoughts on your well-earned victory?
We heard about
over-
your trash talk. It was
Absolutely not.
fantastic.
Of course, I'm just kidding and playing my role.
You're really bad at sports.
Like you really suck.
Honestly, it's all on James. Just kidding before, but honestly, the thing is that he had a chance. He had us on the ropes early. We're down
9.
20, was it 20,
28,
19, 12?
28, 12, and then you guys scored the late touchdowns.
Yeah.
28, 19 and a half.
And so 2019 and a half, but 2012 really with 3 plays left, and like there was mishaps on the defensive side where they knew a play was coming, and yet still it would beat them. Like we heard him calling out the routes, and his plays still beat them. And then on offense, James, you got to score in the second half, dude. And we talked about after the game. He knows it's on him. He knows this game was.
Was
on
he
him.
chucking it up deep? And
No, just he looked tense. Like there was one stop we made on 4th and inches, and another one on like a 4th and 3. And those should be automatic conversions in FPF.
Yep.
At this level of play, it has to be.
yep.
So the question is, Dark Stars, are they the best defense in Division B?
Yes,
2
absolutely.
points allowed.
Peace is not on the defense, so yes, they are.
Well, he's rushed. He rushed last
I have
week.
2 interceptions in my career.
Yeah.
So
He rushed.
Div and Div 8.
yeah, about.
Who he rushed though? He's like a glorified run stopper. You know,
That's
red zone rusher over here. You know, playing in the middle of the.
I don't see it.
Neither do I.
I think they are the best defense.
Absolutely
I
they
saw
are.
from a long time ago, as PG knows.
Yeah.
Have you seen Conference A, by the way?
I have.
The whole division is in the negative.
Except for one team.
No.
Now it's all.
They're all
Oh,
negative.
it's all officially okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all negative.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
It's pretty terrible.
So we can say that the semifinal is going to be all Conference B? I would say so.
How funny would it be if it was all Conference A? And here is a crowd we never thought of.
into the semifinal, I think there still might be an
some
A
conflict.
versus there's an
Depends
A
on what
versus A matchup happening because
Depends on what happened this week.
the second seed guaranteed is going to be either Brocasian or Bearskins. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
going
but
to
I'm saying a
be.
semifinal.
Yeah, but I'm saying that most likely they'll play another team from A at the bottom. of
Yeah,
the bracket.
they would have a
cares?
chance.
Yeah,
It's for occasion.
that's true.
If they have a bad week, it's over. They're gone.
DA recap: Corey Pecker's back, but looked rusty. Are the
Probably
Legends
hungover.
Well, he lost a lot of weight, Corey Pecker.
Did he?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him because he hasn't been there.
Should they be really concerned as they enter the playoffs?
Absolutely. Well, I spoke to Tony Corey. He said that it sucks that they have to play the Rainmakers this week because the Legends are the worst team in the division.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Well,
I'll give
it's-
Corey that one. I'll give Tony Corey that one.
Yeah, that was his quote.
I mean, I can see that. I can see where they're coming from, but it's two teams that are struggling, right? So you're going to expect.
Yeah,
You
but
know.
I mean, they have players in and out every week. They have Jeff Rosenblatt or whatever playing randomly. They don't.
If
they don't
Rosenblatt's
care.
playing quarterback, you know it's not the same team.
It's not, but he does well.
I think mentally
still-
they've kind of mailed it in.
Oh, yeah.
It's sort of evident on the field. I mean, you should see the roster. If anyone goes to the Flag Plus website, Legends roster, it's like a 45-man roster that they've had.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Corey shows up for the semifinal.
I don't know. I think he's a man who's competitive. He will show up, but I just don't know if they can go.
Toe to toe with whoever they play.
Yeah, if it's the
Well, it'll be Rainmakers or Maniacs.
Maniacs. Probably Maniacs, according to Tony Corey.
Oh, there's more. Don't worry.
We'll have more about that.
We'll have more.
The question for you: what is the best lineup for R&D? Watching you guys play, a little bit of a struggle,
At times,
At
but we
times.
play down to our competition.
right? But I'm
That's
looking
winner
at,
speak right there.
right, exactly. Muhammad Ali over here. I'm watching the Office defense. I just can't figure out what is the best combination lineup for you guys to go with come late July.
Offensively or defensively?
Both. I think. Well, defense.
I think
it's a little
defensively
more
we're okay.
figured, right? I mean, that guy McLaren had a pretty good game. Not too bad. But
4 PDs, I think.
well, offensively speaking here, I mean, what is the best lineup? I mean, there's different weapons. We can agree upon that. There's Theo who can stretch the field. Jamal Gibbs can do the exact same thing. Paslakis is a possession guy.
What we do is we actually we shift in, right? So we try to give as many guys playing time as possible, but come playoff time, it'll be the big names that are going to come on the field more than the other
So
ones.
essentially, what he's saying, Bees, is that Kerouac will become a glorified cheerleader.
Well, I'm the snapper, so I will always be on the field.
Well, especially after the injury.
After the injury at Como, I literally don't get off the field unless I choose, which makes me tired.
Also, one person at this table is a Hall of Fame rusher.
Yes, thank you. Finest they win with the 6-man roster.
It was 6 man.
It was 6-man roster. I just don't know who the hell's showing up for this team come playoffs. I think everyone shows up, but Nate Taylor wasn't there for the second week in a row. Rashi Benaltikita was not there. Mike Harrington, due to coaching commitments at the U18 Canada Cup, was not there. He may not be there Monday, depending on what happens.
They're playing Glads. Woo!
Yeah, well, I mean, look, it's locked in.
But they're playing. Look,
It's locked
if we win this week, which we should,
Yeah.
no matter what, they're playing Glads back-to-back weeks.
And
Yeah,
I'm glad
that-
they're known to beat number 1 and number 2 teams.
Yeah.
But I'd say Glads.
Unofficially, that is.
Glads might take it easy this week and pour it all out in 2 weeks. I don't know.
Well, it might go vanilla, right? And
I don't know what that means.
see what happens. Well, come up next, we'll talk about some key matchups. The conundrum that has occurred with Division A, Rainmakers Maniacs, win and you're in. And Division B, what the hell's going on with the 4 teams looking for 2 playoff spots? Simon Dajik tried to explain to me. I'll tell you what he said. I was still confused by what he said.
I still am trying to figure out what he's.
I
what he
never
says.
listened to him.
I know you don't. Neither do I. Stay tuned. This is the Sack Exchange. Calling the Audible has been brought to you by the English Montreal School Board's DEAL program. Distance education for all learners will allow you to obtain your high school diploma or prerequisites for CEGEP or vocational studies from the comfort of your own home. It's never too late to go back to school. Learn anywhere at your own pace and get your diploma. Call 514-788-5937 for information or visit www.distanted.ca for more details.
Are we on?
That's
Are we
right.
live?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome back to the Sack Exchange. PZFPF, Eagle FPF, Matty Kerouac at Mocha19 here in the Sportier Cage, which will be the site of the press conference on August 6th. Am I correct? Or are you at your wedding shower? What do you have on? What does he have?
His
again?
golden shower.
Yeah. His R&D baby shower he's having, right?
Hey, you're. Anyway, it's fine.
Is that what you're having? Are we not invited to the baby shower? You know, the boys?
I'm not invited to your golden shower.
No, Mokan. I'm not allowing you to rear my child.
I will raise your child in your absence. When you're out on those
Thank you,
rail
please.
trips, I will
Thank
raise
you,
your child.
Well, if you're in the cage, we'll be in the cage for the August.
Wow. Butchered.
Last week I said, when cage is cage, cage is cage.
August 6th is the press conference here, and so unless he's at his whatever.
No, August 6th is fine.
Well, unless the baby's born, and I don't know.
Okay.
When's the due date?
September 29th.
Oh, 2 days after my birthday. That's awesome. Maybe the
It's the
27th.
worst. We're going to push it.
You should call your child Mokan.
Moesha gone.
Moesha, yeah, it's a girl.
Exactly.
Don't you have a sister?
Moesha
Ro?
Khan?
Either way.
Sorry?
Don't
What-
define gender roles, Matt
What's your sister's
Kerouac.
name? You can name it after her.
No, it's fine. All right, it's time to talk about Rainmakers Maniacs. We've seen this team from start to finish. Which defense do you trust more? I don't know which one to trust in this situation. Both have 3
If I
sacks
really have to
each.
choose, I'm going Maniacs, just for their aggressive nature. And it feels
Physically
like
or verbally?
everything. Just Rainmakers, I feel like they are taking naps on the sidelines before they come on to play. It's too nonchalant for me. I
just think
I'm
the
high strung, remember?
Yeah, but I think
high motor.
that the Maniacs are just that type of team that has that brain fart where
I think it's offensively that they bury far more than anything. Where I
even
said
on
Rapid
defense,
chucks
though,
it up.
yeah, but there's times where there's like 8 guys open. There's 6 guys in the field, but there's like 8 guys open.
The 2 referees don't count. You cannot throw to the Mokan.
I know, but
I know, I've been wide open and I'm not that good of a receiver.
I know you're not. But the point is, we have a pretty good vertical, 18-inch vertical of yours.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
But I look at the Maniacs defense, it's like someone's wide open. And the classic example was versus the Glass this week, where it was blown coverage after blown coverage. Pat Jerome open by like 20 yards. Nick Gimier, who isn't the speed burner, is open by 50 yards. And it's like guys don't know whose roles what on the defensive field. So I just think the Rainmakers have that edge going into this matchup.
But then again, they've played us and played pretty shut down defense for the first half and then screw it up in the second, but that's not the point. They did play very good defense first half against us. They were up at halftime.
Right.
Or close to it, I think.
Puzzles, your thoughts?
Can I say that basically whoever has the ball last will win the game, because I don't think any defense will
I think that's a little bit of a cautious tale, because remember, Rainmakers, as he made the point before, Ryan Castor's like Matt Shaw with the pick sixes. And knowing Rafa Balaji, he might throw the ball into the net as opposed to the open receiver.
Well, Tony Corey said that Mark Messier's game guarantee that they're going to win has nothing on him. He made a little picture I'm not going to show.
Can I? You show me the picture. Can I explain something?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, first and foremost, okay, Peasy? He put 4 pictures, okay? He put Joe Namath in a Rams uniform. He won it with the Jets.
Yeah.
He put Muhammad Ali. Okay, fine. He puts
also in a Rams uniform.
Yeah, probably. He puts a Mark Messier picture in a Canucks uniform when he
Obviously.
made the prediction with the Rangers in 1994. And last but not least, he puts his own face next to the
I've learned one thing. He has way too much time on his hands.
He does.
Yeah,
needs-
but I asked him for it.
Oh, in that case, then yes.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I still would have said, yeah, I'll do it, and then never done
And then
it.
he said that, you know what's better than beating a team with one Hall of Famer? Beating a team with 2. That was his
Well,
trash talk
well
for
said.
the day.
That's fair.
It's better than yours.
You're not very good at football, Matt Kerouac.
Pick your butt up off the field, Floriani.
How about you stop looking this way?
More likely to happen, Ryan Castor pick 6 for what he does, or J.R. Verget getting offensive pass interference?
Can I say they're both going to happen?
Okay, what's more likely to happen?
But I'm saying they're both going to happen. They're both likely to happen. I think they will both happen.
So they'll happen.
So let's say first. I'll say...
So they're equally likely to happen.
I'll say Castro will throw a pick 6 first, and then JR will get tackled somehow late the next play and then throw the ball.
And ref, you kidding me? It was not a OPI. Anyway, each team has 3 sacks, their totals this year. You're a sack artist yourself. Could the pass rush have an influence in this game?
It should, but neither team has a rusher. But Rainmakers change rushers every 3 plays.
You're right.
Kastner rushes, Michael Berg rushes, and I don't even know who rushes. Did they even have a rusher? Did they even rush?
Dan Dees is his name.
Dan Dees.
Dan Dees. That's DANDEEZ. Dan Dees is what I've been told.
Dees is right there.
That's Del Rocca. Shooting hoops.
He's basketballing.
Bigger game required from who? Michael Chidiat or Godfrey Abu?
Godfrey. I think that Rainmakers have more weapons, and the only 2 real weapons on the Maniacs are JR and Godfrey. So he's got to step up both ways.
Well, they have weapons. It's JR, and JR.
It would seem that that's the only weapon that they
Yes,
like to use.
That's what they have. Peas?
I like Chidiat. Honestly, the games where he's been playing out of his mind, they just look so much better. Just honestly, like I think he has the entire balance of the game on his shoulders. If he plays well, it's a win.
The Division B race, the remaining playoff spots. I'm still confused by this.
I tried figuring it out.
Yeah,
Marco
I can't-
asked me.
I can't.
All I
figure
know
it out.
is lightweight lose. With the Raider loss, they still get in, but as the 8th seed, lightweight gets in as the 8th seed. A lightweight loss with a Raiders win, lightweight are out.
And just so everyone knows, it's currently displayed on the screen for the current standings. If you want to see them at any point in time, there's a link on the Facebook wall to access
So essentially, Wolverines, Raiders, lightweights, and Simon Dagenet was trying to explain to me that Brocation falls into the category of the Lou. I'm like, what?
No,
No?
they don't. They're 3 and the teams that are battling are 3 and 6, and Brocation are 5 and 4. So they're in.
Yeah.
They've clinched. It's between Wolverines, lightweight, and Raiders. And like I just explained, if Wolverines win, no matter what, if Wolverines lose, they still have a chance of being in, and so do lightweight.
So Raiders hammer the Wolverines. There was no competition last week. Rob White had like a career day. Like he had 2 TDs, a sack, and an INT. He was like Darrell Reeves out there. Who are you buying, by the way?
Well, I think that Wolverines are going to run over lightweight, and then it's really going to depend on the Raiders game, but they have a tough battle in front of them.
All right, Puzzles, who are you buying?
I kind of agree. I think the Wolverines will win their game. So that'll solidify their spot. As for the Raiders game, they face off against Monsters this week. Monsters have a lot to prove. I know they've already clinched or whatever, and they're pretty much going to be either the 4 or the 5 most likely. So I think that they just have more to prove in that they don't want to go into the playoffs ass backwards, because right now.
But that's where they're headed right now.
That is where
and
they're
I
headed.
think that if Raiders can pull out this win, I'm going to call them as their name when they won the championship a couple years back, the Darksiders.
With Leon Holden.
Number 2.
We have a tweet in from Simon Dagenet at Dagenet FPF saying,
You have to
Ocon 19 making me look like a fool on the fact exchange on purpose, although I clarified myself. Classic Mo.
You see,
What's
Simon Dagenet
everyone?
doesn't need help looking like a fool at any time.
That's
So
everyone.
thanks for the tweet, Simon Dagenet.
Agreed.
I'm buying the Wolverines, but man, they look terrible against the Raiders. I know Tony Tabet was coming late from a Spalding football tournament he was at, but it's just like it's so dependent of Tony to be there.
Kevin Wyatt syndrome,
No,
where
he
he's
coaches.
rotating his.
No, he coaches.
Was he throwing the ball to the kids and then
Maybe, yeah. You
my
know.
shoulder, guys.
Guys, I can't throw anymore. But, we agree the Wolverines will have the inside track. But of the potential teams that could make it, does any of them have a chance to do damage in the playoffs?
No.
I think the Wolverines will take the 7th seed, and I think they will upset the 2nd seed, and that's where it'll end. And then we'll have an all-div B.
Caucasian or Bearskins.
So
Exactly.
none of these teams will scare
Yes.
the power squads of Division.
No.
No.
So Conference A is
I think
winning.
Wolverines could. A mild murmur.
If they, yeah, not this season.
No, and honestly, there's so much athleticism on all of the top teams that I don't think that this is their season to compete. And minus myself, obviously.
Well, no, Peasy, you're part of the Dark Side Nation, my friend.
A very good recruiter. I'm the Nick Saban of Darksiders.
Criticism is with your mouth as you talk trash to everyone else. That's his. He's a 5-star athlete, man.
It's true. Honestly, I did have a lot to say to Jim's complaining Annie as he complained to the referee.
Complaining Annie. I think it's his haircut that he had. Looks awful.
It was pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I think it was Mokan's hairstyle.
No, he didn't go to Mokan.
Mokan, I have some questions for you.
Which we're getting to right now. It's 5
Trying to push
questions.
you through it. I know. Are you
5
ready?
questions. I am ready. We're doing a 5 questions here. We ask each other 5 questions, 1 through 5, 5 through 1,
Nice.
and we'll go. You go first.
Thank you.
Excellent.
Okay, Mo, we all know that your greatest FPF moment personally is when any team has let you play for a play or two.
Unless you pay as well.
Yes.
It doesn't matter in his mind.
Okay.
He didn't,
Yes.
right?
Fair.
But in the past, let's call it the Peas post black and white years, say the past 4 or 5 years.
So you're
What
saying
has
the
been
Peas era of
your
FPF?
favorite FPF moment, not personally, that you've been around to see or
Oh God, I have witnessed a lot. I mean, I can't more catch the ball over your face. Oh, sorry, did I say that loud?
over my face.
No, kidding. No. You know what? The game that I will remember most is the spring finals. I think it was 2013, Rainmaker's Finest, which we broadcasted, and the finals were down, I think, 2 scores. And Kenmore caught a Hail Mary at the end of the half,
yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
you were on that team, right? So
No,
you
I
know-
wasn't.
Okay, well, I wasn't on the team either. So anyway,
Neither was I.
Was it winter?
it was spring 2013.
Oh, that
I
was
think
on
I think you were on the team.
Oh, maybe. I just don't watch the game.
Was that the
I
year
didn't
that
play
he threw a
offense.
pick six within the first few plays, and then he got it
Wyatt
back
threw,
in extra points?
Yeah, Wyatt threw it,
Yeah.
and Rainmakers controlled the game. Long story short, I guess the Hail Mary touchdown. Next half, it went down to the last play. Rainmakers couldn't get that touchdown, and they ended up losing by 6 or 7 points, whatever it was. That was a great game.
Good.
Okay, here's my question for you. It's the Div A Spring Finals. You're driving on the Champlain Bridge. And on your right, you're going over the St. Lawrence River. You see Marco Masiocha and Theoja hanging by a thread off the ledge because he got into a car accident. Who are you saving to bring with you to Brossard for the
I'm
finals?
strong enough to save both.
No, you can't. You have to save one guy.
You're so fast because you're a rusher. See?
Yeah, gotcha. I gotta say, you're putting my friends' lives in my hands.
Well, you gotta save
on
one.
air.
Decide, Matt.
Decide right now.
Stop stalling.
That's cold.
Let's go. We don't have much time here. Let's go.
I'm
You could kill them both
saving.
if
I'm
you
saving
want.
Theo because he's younger and he has more to live for.
Okay, cool. So you guys losing the Div A
Marco's lived
finals.
his life. Believe me.
I'm sure he has. Your question. Let's go.
Oh yeah. All right. So you've worked with a lot of co-hosts here at
I have.
FPF.
I have.
If you had to choose one to pick to work with, who would it be and why? And not you. These.
I worked with
And
these.
why wouldn't you pick anybody else and the other ones? These.
I would probably, the one person I've worked with consistently in the last.
That's not what I'm asking.
No.
Basically,
Who do you
your favorite.
prefer?
Who's your favorite one to work with and why?
Oh, Eagle.
No, that's not a co-host.
Yes, it is.
He's
Oh,
never
so-
been on air.
Yes, yeah. Oh,
Not his
okay,
face.
Watch, listen. Go ahead.
I didn't know what he looked like for like a good 2 years.
He's a co-host.
No.
Nobody wants to know what he looks like, to be
Anyway,
fair.
I exist. I'm a person.
Quiet. Don't
He's
talk
a
to him
bird.
like he's people.
He's a
He's
bird.
going to think he's people.
I know. I'm picking Eagle, man. That's who I've worked with the most.
It's like the safest choice. All right, fine, go.
All right, you're a director for the next James Bond movie. Who you casting from the Division A or Division B to play Bond and to play the villain? I have my answer. I know who I'm going with.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Kastner as Bond.
No,
Okay.
Ken Moore makes the best Bond. Everyone knows that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
has it been discussed?
I would be terrified.
I think he has discussed
Ken Moore.
Yeah,
Ken
with
Moore as Bond. Okay, I'll go with that.
Picture in a tuxedo. It's nuts.
Yeah, yeah, and
Or quiche.
and the villain.
the villain.
Oh, it's got to be Rafa.
Yeah.
Rafa.
I have.
Have you ever played the game 007 back in the day? I mean, Rafa's like a shorter guy. Odd Job.
Okay.
He's like the guy that you always pick because you're so short. He's not that short, but I'm just saying.
I could see Rushdie as like a side villain, you know, where he put like knives out of his hair or something.
As the second villain, yeah.
In the Dinamo. Yeah.
Okay, my
He's got the accent.
my hero would be Frank LeBeau.
Okay, but you're answering your own question.
I'm saying Frank LeBeau would be my Bond, and Paul Lapierre would be the villain. So
Are you telling us something between the lines?
Maybe
here?
I am. All right, let's
Okay.
go.
Why are you jealous of the finest?
I'm not.
No. This isn't a question where I'm not. Let's get into it. Let's have a moment here. Why are you jealous? Why do you have so much beef with the finest?
Not beef.
Every year, it's the worst roster you've ever seen.
No, this year's the worst.
Every
roster.
year, it's you get mad at me about something because I took your place on the final. What's your
Never.
beef? Let's know.
Well, you never. Well, you never
give me a
call
good
my
reason.
sack record. Let's call it for one.
Your sack record.
Yeah.
Record.
Yeah.
What's your
record.
your
I
sack
lost
record?
count. No beef. I just think that, obviously people, I think the general consensus, and I think Peasy would agree with this, that whichever team we play for, or teams we play for, if we're on the podcast, people will say, oh, you're a homer of your team. You'll never criticize your team. So I want to be.
Do you try to overdo it?
No,
No, I
do
think
it.
you're jealous.
I'm not jealous. I want to be out there and be fair. And
Didn't you make the Montreal Junior finest?
yes.
Doesn't that mean you missing something there?
No, not missing anything because it has no relation. Anyway, question number 3. You win the Division A title. What's the first thing you do with the trophy?
Marco's going to steal it from my hands, so
So you say, it's all me? It's all me? It's all me?
pretty much. First thing I do, I give it to my team. I'm actually a team player. I would be happy because the last time I won a championship with these guys, these specific guys, was D-Boys when Gino, and we weren't even happy.
Oh, the black and white era of FPF.
Yeah, black and white era, yeah.
I thought you would bring it on the Via Rail in this.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do that.
All right, your question. Let's go. We have 2 more. We got to make this quick.
I got this one, Matt. I got one from
you-
Mo.
oh, okay.
It's highly important, highly
Okay,
related
so this
to
is your
FPF.
4th question through Peasy.
Mo Khan.
Yes.
We all know that you're somewhat the lady killer in the dating game. So I want you to give our listeners your dating advice for those out there that are looking to be as successful at dating as Mo Khan.
Eagles.
If you want to kill a date real quick, say "I love you" in the first 2 minutes of your
have
date.
you done that? I
No.
feel as if you've done that.
Or pull a Trevor.
No,
from-
you've definitely-
No,
I think he actually led with "I love you, Mom" on a date.
oh, sorry, Mom.
Sorry, yeah.
Sister. I mean,
But that's the best way to make friends because you say I love you and she goes
Yeah, I
I
love
think
you
we're
as a
more
friend.
like just friends.
Yeah.
And
Do
then
you
a friend.
do you go on a date with a bow tie?
no,
You must.
no, I don't.
You
No.
have to.
No. We should
It's your
coach
thing.
Eagle. We should coach Eagle with Erica 5, huh?
Erica 5.
We should. All right, here we go. Quickly, we'll end this off on a couple
Okay,
more
if you were
questions.
president for a day,
No.
which you'll never be, but
The most hated player, like the guy you hate the most in FPF is who?
I don't hate people.
This guy.
But Peas. And I'll add it with, because I hate Peas so much and he hates Florani so much, yeah, why not?
All right, your last question.
It wasn't my last question. I said, if you were president for a day, which you will never be, but what would you change? And don't say it
President of FPF.
of FPF.
The immigration
States.
policy of the FPF world, have more internationals play in this league? No. If I had a chance, I would implement instant replay for the finals.
I knew you were going to say that. Actually,
but
you're boring.
No.
Say something interesting.
Instant replay for the finals.
Who's to say that's not going to happen?
Well, it's been talked, but it's never happened yet.
Okay. Boring.
Instant replay, man.
All right.
I would set up obstacles on the field,
I knew
like
you
blades and
would. I knew you
fire.
would be like Mario Kart with this guy.
Be awesome.
And your final question? Do you have one?
How many more years do you have left playing FPF, and what will you do once it's done? On a Saturday night, Sunday night, when you know you're at home with your little one and you're not playing flag football.
Little Mo Khan.
It could be Mo.
Little Moesha Khan.
It could be Mo Khan's child. Who knows?
I don't know how many years I have left, to be honest. I'm going to go until I drop. Baby or Not.
Okay,
That's a song.
fair enough.
Okay, now, Mo, I actually had another
Oh
question.
no, your 5th was
No, it
his.
was not.
Yes, it was.
Why should FPF hire you back next season as a broadcaster?
Oh, you crazy man! The
I wanna know.
The minority viewership is through the roof.
I feel like you get made fun of more than you get praised.
That's the idea. I don't need to be right. I just have to be interesting.
No, we are interesting. You just asked the question.
No.
You're the comic relief.
No.
You're the one that when there's nothing to say, we
It's
attack
time for the
Mo Khan.
picks. Let's go to the picks, please.
All right.
Running
So
late.
this week, of course, as every week, we went to see. I'm stalling because once again I closed the script, getting ready for my show. All right. So the games of the week this week, we have Predators against 6+R, where 6+R is favored by 5.5 points. Will we see James Chokiani once more?
James Chokey, Complainy Annie. No, yeah, where he's gonna choke. It's 6+R to cover.
I like 6+R, but they won't cover.
All right. And what's the largest spread this weekend? The Monstars are favored over the potentially surging Raiders by 8.5 points.
Absolutely not. Raiders are winning
All right.
outright.
Again, you could take the points. You're not a very good gambler.
I'm
'cause
not.
It pays the same.
It doesn't matter.
All right.
Okay, fine.
Depending on
Please take the points. I'm begging you.
Depending on Leon's state of mind, I have the Monstars winning and covering.
He's in playoff mode, man.
Maybe.
All right.
I talked to him.
And perhaps the most surprising spread, and the first time we've ever seen Simon Dagenet in a non-underdog role. Lightweight takes on Wolverines, and Rudy himself favored for 3.5 points.
I think it's more like Junior Giants, actually.
I'll take the points.
Give me the Wolverines.
All right. Maniacs and Rainmakers face off, and Rainmakers are favored by a whopping 7.5 points.
Yeah. Hate to
You
say
shook
it.
your head the entire time, and then you like, yeah. That's exactly
Tony
what's gonna
Corey,
happen.
sorry, buddy. You're losing this week. And by the amount, the spread.
Yeah, agreed.
Stop.
Agreed.
No.
Well, Khan makes it interesting.
I do. All right, what did you learn on today's episode?
I learned that there's a Peas era in FPF, and I am flattered.
All right, Eagle?
I learned that Mocon trying to taunt me into implementing instant replay for the finals. It's gonna happen now, by the way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is it really?
Probably.
You're welcome.
Most likely.
Maddie? Or
I
Marty?
learned something that I already knew, but I confirmed it tonight, that you are the most boring person in Montreal.
That's not what your girl said about me. I
He said
learned.
he's the second most boring person.
If my baby comes out half Indian,
Hey,
you're getting a phone call.
hey. Maury, here he comes.
Yeah, just a phone call.
Hey, Mo, it's yours.
You are not the father.
What did you learn today, Mo?
I learned that you would save Theo Jaya for the Div 8 final and leave Marco hanging.
Yeah, no, Marco knows.
Sure.
He's lived his life to the fullest. I think Theo.
Not really. He has not won a Div 8 title, so not really.
You can
and he hasn't
just
got
drive
the
to
Hall of Fame.
Brossard and
Yeah,
pick
you're
either
right.
one up.
True.
I'd actually.
He would
hand
hate
him
that.
The Hall of Fame plaque and say bye.
Good
And
morning,
give him a
London.
kiss on the forehead.